every single human has to feel valued for who we are deep inside and to have a chance to add value. And that need is going unmet.
You mentioned that we're in a mattering crisis right now in our society. First of all, I mean, how did we get here? And what are the potential consequences of this crisis?
Well, when you and I were growing up, Craig, we had mattering baked into our daily lives. We mattered to our neighbors. We relied on them. They relied on us. We showed up every week to a religious service. We joined bowling leagues, 4-H clubs. We had mattering. We had those signals that we were needed, that we were valued. Those signals have eroded. We now sit on our couches and we scroll through social media. We keep in touch with our friends via text, but that is not what nourishes deep relationships. And it's certainly not what nourishes mattering. And we talk about things like anxiety, depression, disengagement at work, a lack of purpose. They all have a same root, which is mattering. So when we matter, when we feel valued and know how we add value, we show up to the world in positive ways. We connect, we contribute. But when we don't, we struggle and suffer.
How do we go about doing that? How do we make sure that we're mattering?
Yes, I wrote a whole book on it, Craig.
Literally.
Here's what I love about mattering, is that it feels like a big idea, but it's really in the everyday of life that we want to know we matter. When I asked people, when did you feel like you matter? It wasn't a toast at a milestone birthday or an award at work. It was the small moments. It was somebody remembering your birthday, saving you a seat at the table, connecting you to your impact. That's one of the ways, we're so distracted as a culture where we have so much input and so much output being demanded of us that sometimes we just go through life on autopilot and we can miss the signals that we are making a difference. So one of the things I talk about in the book is really connecting to our impact, connecting to the ways that we are making a positive difference on others. And I do this small thing every night. I hate to journal because I'm a journalist. I write all day. It's terrible to say I don't like journaling, but I do this 30-second practice.
Okay.
I ask myself every night, when was one moment when I felt valued?
Wow.
And what was one small way that I added value today? Did I give advice to a friend? Did I let somebody merge in front of me in traffic? Did I help a neighbor? These are small ways we can connect to that mattering.
And if we all did that, we would all realize how much we actually do matter. And probably not just to our loved ones as well, not just to the folks who live in our house.
We need to matter not just to our loved ones, but to our colleagues, to strangers we meet on the street. We need to feel like the essential pieces of the puzzle of life.
Jennifer, let me ask you this though. Like when it comes to caregivers specifically, and that we're talking about, millions of people in this country who are taking care of it, but maybe it's an aging parent or child. Can you matter too much?
Yes.
So that's the thing.
I have a whole chapter about this idea of being so essential to everyone else's needs, but your own needs never being prioritized. And that's not true mattering. True mattering is learning how to balance our own needs with the needs of others. This was something I struggled with, to be honest, as the parent of 3 children, working full time. But I do this small practice that I'd love to offer anybody who is going through this caregiving sort of overwhelm, as I call it. And every morning, as I brush my teeth, I think about what is one small need that I can feed for myself today so that I could show up as my best self for the people who depend on me. It might be that I need a 45-minute walk with a friend, or maybe I just need to sit in the cozy corner of my house and read my favorite book and take care of myself. But we all need to learn how to matter to ourselves.
Jennifer Lawrence, New York Times bestselling writer. You've got another one right here. It's called Mattering. The book is called Mattering. It is out next Tuesday. To get your copy, you can head to today.com/books. Thank you.
Thank you, Craig.
Carson, you matter.
A lot of good stuff there. Thank you. I might matter too much.